Hi, everyone, and welcome to the first edition of Sermon Note Sunday. Um, just in keeping with the 90-day challenge, I decided to start this as part of my journey in helping my heart. And I find that, on Sunday, you go to church, you hear a word, you're shaking, you're buzzing, you can do it, this is it. And on Monday, you still have that excitement. And on Tuesday, it's waning a little. And on Wednesday, you can't really fully remember the word. And by Thursday, I've cursed someone all the way out. And on Friday, I'm just tired. And Saturday is a blur. And on Sunday morning, Lord, I just need a word. Just give me a word and remind me, and then you hear a word and the cycle starts all over again. And so I decided that I was going to not just hear as I had been doing, but I was going to actually also do. And that's how we came up with Sermon Note Sunday. So welcome to the first edition of Sermon Note Sunday. So this Sunday, the sermon was about hope, and it was by a gentleman named Alistair. And he started off the sermon with a prayer from Romans 15:13, and basically said, "May the God of all hope fill me, Yomi, with joy and peace in believing in God." And he started off by asking, what do we put our hope in? And as soon as he asked that question, I knew, I should have just stayed in bed. There was no point. I mean, are you serious? I'm not an idol worshiper. I believe in God. I trust in God. He is my hope and my foundation, and He is the reason why I exist. So seriously, you really? But for some reason, I didn't write my to-do list for the week, and I continued to listen to him. And as he went on, he explained how we talk a big game. So when we are amongst believers, we believe that the Lord can do it, and we trust that the Lord will do it, and surely He will make a way, and it will end in praise. And secretly inside, we are hoping and praying that we're not disappointed, and we're hoping and praying that He doesn't let us down, and we're hoping and we're praying that it all works out. And he explained that hope, that secret hope that we have, is our desire to control, because in trusting we have no control. It's purely in God's hands for Him to do, for Him to will, for Him to make a way. But our hope is that if we can get that job, then we won't have financial issues anymore. And our hope is that if we get a boyfriend, then we won't be lonely anymore. And our hope is that if things work out, then we'll have peace and we'll have joy. And that hope is manifested in our desire to control. And the more we try to control and things don't quite work out, so we get the boyfriend, but we don't fully feel complete, and we have the job, but the books still aren't balancing. And so we begin to slip into a hopelessness. And in some cases, that hopelessness slips even further into depression. And he asked during his sermon, have we ever had any reason not to trust God? Has God ever disappointed us? And when he asked that question, I was going to raise my hand with a quickness. And then I realized, then people know I'm a heathen. So nope, I'm just going to keep my hand on my lap. But as he continued speaking, I thought about it, and I have trusted God in the past and been disappointed. I prayed and I believed and I trusted, and my faith was unwavering, and it did not work out. And I was left broken and disappointed and let down. And he said that we should trust him. He said that he would not leave us, he would not forsake us. And he said that his word towards us was yea and amen. And he said that he is not a man that he should lie. And the more I thought about it, I began to think, did he let me down, or did he save me from something that I couldn't see? But if he saved me from something I couldn't see, how come he didn't let me know or explain it to me for me to fully understand? And how can I trust if I don't understand? And he, at the end of the sermon, played a video for us. And the video basically talked about the difference between trusting God and pleasing God. And trusting God, there isn't anything for you to do other than just trust. Just have faith that he will do it. He will love you. He will carry you. He will protect you. But the flip side is the pleasing God. And the pleasing God is doing what makes God happy. And that's easy to do because you know what pleases him. You know the right things to say and the right things to do and the way in which to make other people feel. And so we tend to move in the direction of pleasing him, except we do those things, but then doubt slips in and guilt slips in, because as much as we're doing those things, there are also things that we're struggling with. And we begin to feel as if those things that we're struggling with, those secret thoughts or those secret things that we do, God sees and is not pleased with. And if he's not pleased with it, but we're doing things to please him, then it means that he won't love us. And if he doesn't love us, then there is no hope. And that's when we need to realize that we need to tap into his grace, because his grace is not deserved, but is given. And his grace we get through trusting him and recognizing that it's not by what we do, it's not by what we think, it's not earned, it's just given. That's where his grace comes in. And so we have to decide, do we tap into his grace or do we continue to struggle? And I decided that my doing this week, my trusting God this week, was to start this sermon series. Not because I think I'm prolific or have great insights, but because I'm trusting that hopefully the little that I got will be a blessing to someone, will answer a question to someone, will give comfort to someone, even as I'm also seeking that same comfort. I'm also seeking those same answered questions from him. So yeah, that was what I learned this Sunday. So thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe, to like, to share, and I will see you next week.